Dorks podcast. My name is Amy. I'm joined today by Selena.
I'm Selena.
Coco.
I'm Coco.
And Carmen.
Yo.
Wow, you've
No
not
sup
used
nerds.
you haven't used your
sup
catchphrase.
nerds, guys. I'm really sick today.
Sick?
Yeah, preemptively.
Clearly.
Can we do that again?
Clearly
Preemptively,
sick.
we're all
No!
having a bad day. So,
We only have
You're
one
all
shot.
nerds.
how about I'll reintroduce you right now. And Carmen.
Sup nerds.
There we
There
go.
we go. That felt better.
So, today we're going to talk about something that I love, the Disney universe, but very specifically, we're going to talk about princesses!
The Michael Jackson.
So, first of all, I think the best way to start is I'm going to read you off the official list of Disney princesses.
Oh, okay. Starting with some controversy.
And this does not include all of the current princesses. But this is the current list.
Wait, the official... Wait, what do you
Disney
mean?
has
Lord
an
Disney
official
himself.
list of princesses, and not everyone we consider a princess is on the list yet.
Oh, okay.
So the
Lady
official
Princess
list
Leia.
is Snow White, Aurora, Ariel, Jasmine, Rapunzel, Merida, Pocahontas, Cinderella, Belle, Tiana, and Mulan.
Wow.
The ones
Wow.
not on it, although this might have changed, I'm not sure, Anna and Elsa, although I think they might have been included sometime recently, Moana, Kida, and Nala
Who's Kita?
from Atlantis.
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
And Nala's a fucking lion.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. But she's
Of course
still
I know her
princess. And
Princess
then
Nala.
Queen of...
Yeah.
Oh
The
my god,
Savannah.
she's my queen. I thought they were gonna
Elsa
say
is
Princess Leia.
Elsa's technically a queen, though, so will she ever be one?
No!
That- Disney has actually, like, a very weird thing that they go through. They have, like, actual, like, induction ceremonies for when
That
a
is
character
weird.
becomes a princess. Like,
Okay.
like, there was a big thing when Merida became a princess. There was, like, all the princesses met at the castle at one of the parks, and they had, like, a whole ceremony.
That's really cool, though.
That's
Like,
super cute.
But they actually, like, the ones I'm actually surprised are on the list is, like, Mulan, I guess? Mulan's the only one who really isn't a princess out of the
No.
list.
Yeah.
And I mean, Pocahontas is stretching it because there aren't those sorts of titles.
Yeah.
But
But
like,
chief's daughter, like, it's an
Yeah.
equivalent.
She's a
you know?
nobility.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I think Moana is the next one, but I think Moana and Mulan are, like, my two favorite ones.
that's actually going to be my first question going around the table is who is your favorite Disney princess?
Oh, can I start?
Yes, Carmen. Of course you can.
It's Mulan. But maybe Moana, but probably Mulan.
Yeah, you're right down the middle. You can't decide.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough.
Coco, who's your favorite?
Yeah, I think I have to say Moana too. I really like Moana.
And what about you, Selena?
When I was younger, it was Aurora. I have no idea why. She didn't do shit, but now I think Tiana?
I love her.
I think
I was
Tiana,
a little
whatever.
disappointed in her movie. I'm not gonna
Really?
lie.
I love that. I cry every time I
whole-
watch it.
Oh, when Ray dies? I
Yeah.
bawl it. By the way, spoilers all over the place.
Yeah.
But no, seriously. I wept
Yeah,
when
me
he
too.
died.
I did too. I was sobbing into my
Like
friend's arms.
Bambi's mom level of tears.
Yeah, but I
don't
didn't
remember.
cry during
maybe
that.
Maybe I'm thinking of
I thought it was really
Princess and the
beautiful.
Frog. That's who
And
Yeah,
Tiana is.
yeah.
Yeah, and the music was great too. Like,
Oh, so good.
I
It's
thought some of
fabulous.
the music felt a little forced for Disney.
It's
I don't know
so
why.
so
Like, especially that one, like, single, like, with the villain. Like, you compare that to, like, Scar's
A little,
musical
yeah.
number, and I was like, they just threw that in there to make...
Yeah,
they
I
need to
mean,
have
not
a
the
song.
best villain necessarily, but she's my favorite princess because she actually has a fucking work ethic.
Yeah.
And she's like,
yeah.
I want this. I'm not just waiting around for something to happen.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get this shit done. Like,
Yeah.
she wants to be a businesswoman. Like,
Yeah.
she's like, I have this plan without another person in my life. And, oh, surprise, this person popped into my life and I like them, so I'll keep them around.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
like they both like teach each other too, because I think
Oh,
it's a little
totally.
bit like, and it's like a respectful relationship, which I
Yeah.
like. But they
It's
both
the
kind of
most-
teach each
The
other.
most modern one, too, right? Like, it takes place, like, not
Yeah,
that
Yeah,
big.
yeah,
most
like,
currently.
Timeline-wise, yeah, because it takes place I believe around World War One.
What?
Technically, yeah, because
Really? World War One? I thought it was way later.
No, it's either World War One or World War Two. It's somewhere because her dad dies going to war.
I thought that was like
because the picture in her bedroom is her dad in his uniform.
Yeah.
Because before they went to war, they would make sure to get pictures of them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So she's technically the most modern one, if
Okay.
we're not including Enchanted, which some people I argue she is a princess, but that's me. She's also weird because she's half animated, half real. So
half anime.
it
Sounds like the
very-
perfect girl for all of us. Sip on that tea.
My favorite is Rapunzel.
She's not on the list.
I like her
Yeah,
a lot.
she is.
she is? Oh, she is? Oh, I missed her.
Yeah,
I
no,
kinda
she's
forgot
on the
about
list.
her.
No, she's great, and the movie is fabulous.
Oh,
Why is she your favorite though? We should say why they're our favorites. I like that.
I think she's my favorite because the scene where she's basically going back and forth between this is the best day of my life and oh my god, what have I done? That is literally me in a nutshell. Like, that is anxiety life hardcore. And so I just love it. And her, like, going outside of her box to try something she's never done. Like, that's kind of what I want to do a little more of. Also, my husband's kind of an a-hole sometimes, like Flynn can be. So I identify with that too. But no, and I love the music. Visually, her movie is probably my favorite princess movie. Like the scene with the lanterns.
Oh, beautiful.
There's almost nothing in the Disney canon for me that hits that point. I think the only other princess movies that come even close is the So This Is Love scene in Cinderella where they're dancing in the... Because that artwork was done by Mary Blair, who's a famous Disney artist. Her work is amazing. But that's about the closest they come. But yeah, no. Rapunzel all the way. Also, she wields a fucking frying pan.
Yeah, it's
That
the
is
ultimate
my
weapon.
dream.
Yeah, that's great.
Like, me adding the weapon frying pan into all future, like, tabletop role-playing campaigns from now on.
Yes.
Like,
Oh my god, I
Sister.
would love to do a role-playing game based in
On
that
the
universe.
principles?
Like with the
Princesses?
snuggly duckling
Yeah.
and all of the bad guys.
my dad ran, like, a one-shot, they used to host their own kind of, like, gaming cons or whatever, and then trick companies into getting... Anyway, doesn't matter. But, and...
We're just gonna bleep that out.
Yeah. And one of the things that he did was everyone played a different Disney princess.
Oh my god.
And he had to figure out who killed Tinkerbell. And it was like a murder mystery.
God, I
Oh my God.
love that.
Yeah.
Why have you never told me this before? This
don't
is
know.
amazing. Sorry, that
I'm
was
like
really
pretty sure that's what it was.
aggressive.
I'm like pretty sure. I'm like 90% sure that's what it was. But it was like something about like a murder mystery, and they were all like Disney princesses. And they
That's
were, like, going
amazing.
around.
Also, because Tinkerbell is the most overrated Disney character in my books, so I'm totally cool with her being the one being killed off.
You
And I say that as someone who loves Peter Pan.
Somehow I sensed that you were like, yes, Tinkerbell's dead, bitches, yeah! Like, I don't know why,
I
because
don't believe in fairies.
your face didn't say that, but somehow I just knew.
Yeah.
So okay, the two Moanas over here. Why do you love Moana?
Because she doesn't take shit from anyone. Like, she literally is just like, this is what I gotta do, and like, I don't fucking care what you have to say. I know this is what I have to do. And she just does it and just takes no shit from anyone. And I love it. And also, like, I don't know, I've always, like, felt very, like, connected to, like, the water, and so the whole thing of, like, you know, her working with the water and
Waterbenders for
stuff.
life.
Like, yeah, right? Waterbenders for
you
life.
guys.
So, like, I was like, me.
Yeah. There's
So.
3 things I really like. I think there's 3 things mostly about that story and about Moana that like really got me was that first one, for a Disney movie, both of her parents were alive and well.
Oh yeah.
And they stayed that way throughout the whole movie.
But they killed Grandma real hard.
yeah, but that
They
it
done
wasn't-
did kill her.
Oh my god, I wept uncontrollably. at
It
that
was.
part. Uncontrollably.
But it's not like the untimely demise of a loved one that like created this
Yeah.
passion that drove the story. She always had it in her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
But the internet theory that always kills me is, you know how she had the heart of Te Fiti? It's the only thing that was keeping her alive. So when she gave it to Moana, that's why she died.
What?
Oh, neat.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, I understand
Harsh.
now.
That's
That's
right.
pretty wild.
That's like
Yeah.
really a lot of love, though. That's a great
Yeah.
theory.
Oh,
Yeah.
totally.
Oh,
I
I
love
saw it online. I was like, I am so conflicted
Just
about how to
ow.
feel.
No.
Yeah,
That's
she.
terrible.
I like that she is a good leader. That people like accept her as the chief, and it's not that she has to marry someone. It's not that like. And she wasn't a screw up, which I think was huge because even in Mulan, which I absolutely love, like she was kind of a screw up. Like she did a lot of things. She messed up with the matchmaker and she messed up talking to the guy that was trying to draft her dad and just like a bunch. So like Moana, she didn't have this like incredible, like she didn't mess up some giant ceremony that she now had to go on this journey to like redeem herself from. It was just literally she was leaving everything behind to do it. And also there was no man that she was leaving behind, and there was no man, like they could have easily made some man on this island at the very end of the movie where she like locks eyes with or something, or like, oh, it's even harder because I'm leaving my boyfriend, but
made
literally
Maui seem younger or whatever.
Oh,
and
yeah. No,
like,
the
made
internet's
Maui-
already obsessed with Maui and Moana.
No, he
That's
literally
really
said
gross.
that.
They're like
Gross.
siblings.
and he even says in the movie, he's just like, oh yeah, he's like, you're what, 9 years old? Like, why wouldn't she trust you with the heart of Tafid? Like, right away they quash any idea that they're going to be
Oh,
romantic.
but people on the internet are gross.
Oh yeah, no, I know. But yeah, I just think she's really good for...
Yeah. I forgot, like, it's been a while since I've seen the movie. I didn't remember that she was, like, that young. Like, I thought she was, like...
No, she's older than that.
Well, she's
Maui's
older
just
than
like,
9.
"You're
Maui's
a
just being
child."
sarcastic.
Oh, okay,
But
yeah.
Yeah, Maui's just full of himself.
She's for sure a teenager, right?
Yeah, like,
Yeah,
that was how I interpreted it.
I think she's
so I
at
was
least
like,
14.
what?
Yeah.
But the thing that it makes me think of with both Mulan and Moana, Disney has taught us that parents might be dead, but grandmas are bitching
Yeah.
the best badasses
Yes,
ever.
honestly.
Like, they are on top of their shit. They got this.
Honestly, though.
They do.
I love that. Okay. So, cough break.
Cough break. Coughing in a sweater. Gotta do that because we're all sick. Boom.
Okay, so leading into that, with the princesses that I listed, I will relist them if you need me to. Do you think their princes complement them or overshadow them?
Ooh. Oh dear.
Mm.
That could be
Well,
like,
name a
Let's go
specific
through one
case.
at a time. Let's
Okay,
How
because I
about
was
we
going to say,
do that?
I have thoughts on Sleeping
okay.
Beauty
Let's
already.
go with Snow White first.
Okay, well, Snow White also has to be woken up with a kiss, right?
and she doesn't even know
Yeah.
the guy. She just rides off with him. So
yeah.
who knows?
I find that
Yeah.
mega creepy.
But he doesn't like overshadow. He just kind of pops up at the end, and it's just like, oh guys,
Yeah, it
we forgot
doesn't
how to end the
overshadow,
story,
but-
so let's just throw in
Let's just
some.
throw in a prince.
Well, back then, no, that was the happy ending. That was
Oh,
the perfect
yeah.
ending, right?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
But I
guess-
mean, back then, a lot of times marriage was like a survival tactic for a lot of women, so can't really
For-
judge too harshly.
for the era, I think it was a very good match. But in nowadays, no, I think that was terrible.
But they
Yeah.
also made the prince like two-dimensional as hell. Like,
Oh, yeah, like...
there is nothing to him. He's just the prince.
Yeah.
Do you even know his name?
He's Prince
He
Charming.
is Prince
so-
Charming.
Is he
Literally,
actually?
He's called Prince Charming.
no,
Okay.
he is the prince. Prince Charming is Cinderella.
Oh, yeah, you're right. No, you're right.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's
You're
just
right.
some guy. He's just
Yeah.
some thought out there in the woods.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He's like, hey, ladies.
yeah.
Yeah, cool.
He's like the first guy that the dwarves like hail
Hail
down on
down.
the side of the road.
Hey, pal.
So
Literally.
anyway, go to a real.
All right, Cinderella.
It seemed like he actually, like, cared.
Yeah, and he went on and did the shoe thing.
Yeah,
But
like, he actually
forever
made it.
the no explanation in any version of Cinderella why he can't remember what Cinderella looks like.
Yeah,
Because
that's...
he saw
Because
hundreds of
he only
girls.
looked at her clothes. He only
And
looked at
once you take the
fashion.
makeup off, man, and your hair's all down instead of up. Like I don't
Your
recognize-
facial features do not move unless you put on a fake nose or
Unless you're
something.
wearing prosthetics to the ball.
Which, have you
Yeah.
seen those
No.
videos online of girls who like put on like prosthetics on their face
Yeah.
and they take it all off and you see them like with the stuff and without?
like,
it is
just,
crazy.
Like
Like,
for makeup,
every day.
Like, not
Yeah,
special
like-
effects
Oh,
stuff.
weird.
Face
blindness feels.
What does that mean?
Tyler is face blind. So, like,
What?
literally, okay, so, like, if tomorrow...
Is this another scary thing? that we
Another
learned
weird
about
thing about
Tyler?
Tyler. Okay, no, literally,
Oh my
if I
God.
went missing tomorrow and Tyler had to, like, report it to the cops, Tyler would not be able to describe my appearance.
Why?
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Why?
You had
Tyler
face
would not
blindness.
be able to say what I look like. Because
That's a
when I
thing.
am not in front of Tyler, Tyler doesn't know what my face looks like.
That's a thing.
That's fucked up.
Oh
Tyler.
yeah,
I heard that
I just
before,
didn't
yeah.
know that Tyler.
Yeah.
Had
That's wild.
That's crazy.
Like,
So yeah, maybe he's just face blind.
whoa, that's a whole different angle I never thought about for Prince Charming. Maybe he's face blind.
Okay, but also-
That it would explain so much.
Didn't Kate Cinderella only had until midnight, and she left for the ball way after her sister.
Oh,
so
she was there like an hour tops.
Yeah.
Exactly. So it's not really unbelievable.
But
that he
if
doesn't
you're,
remember what she
but if
looks
you
like.
see someone go, "I'm marrying this bitch," wouldn't you remember what she
Especially-
looks
no,
like?
He was probably
That is
freaking.
the face blindness.
No,
we
he
got
was-
hacked it.
He was loaded probably because he had to dance. with
Probably
the
didn't
Jefferson.
see that palace.
Yeah, the champagne was flowing, man. So
I want to see Carmen's version of Cinderella.
I mean, if it's anything like Carmen's version of Sabrina, I think we'll love it.
it won't be accurate, but we'll love it.
Yeah.
wow.
Okay, next we have Aurora.
Again, creepy.
I never
Creepy.
saw
But the
that one.
first prince
It's
with his
Sleeping
own
Beauty.
I know.
But the first prince with his own kind of backstory.
Yeah, but
The dragon was
I'm
really
just
cool in that movie.
way too
Yeah.
wigged out by
No,
the
I mean,
idea of...
it's like literally like the whole savior thing, right?
Honestly,
Yeah.
I
Fucking
think it's the first
KO'd.
example of the prince overshadowing the princess.
Yeah.
Because he does a lot more towards the story than she does.
Yeah.
And
Totally.
it's like, oh, okay, the story starts out as hers, but it can't end until he's involved.
Yeah, like literally she cannot progress without him.
Okay, let's
Wait,
do...
so is she a good match then, or no?
Well, I mean, it's just a flaw in the
Oh.
the plot of the story.
Okay.
It's not.
Yeah.
I don't think it's necessarily like
oh, okay.
I don't know.
Let's do a couple more. How about Jasmine?
That's a good one. Okay.
You
there we
know,
go. Those
I
are
think they complement each other.
I think they do love each other.
Yeah.
I think yeah, they have similar, completely different
Perspectives.
perspectives.
Yeah.
Well, not really, like completely different lives, but like almost the same perspective. They both feel
Yeah,
like
okay.
Yeah, I
just
know what
as
you mean.
so they understand each other. I think so. I think
Yeah.
they're a good couple.
Or do you think maybe it's they want what the other one has, and maybe that's how they connect?
They feel the same, even though they each want what each one has, and for the exact same reasons though.
Yeah,
But,
I could
You
agree
know?
to that.
Like she's like, I feel
Searching
trapped,
for
and he's like, no,
belonging.
I'm trapped.
Yeah.
and,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, and you
Yeah.
definitely see her being like, fuck you, Dad, no, this isn't happening.
Yeah,
and
she wants
Jafar, I'm dealing with you, you're an ass.
Yeah.
Like,
and like she
definitely-
wants choice, and that's what he wants too. And
Yeah.
he thinks it comes from money, and she thinks it comes from blending in, kind of thing. I don't know. I think it was.
Yeah.
I agree. Okay, last one, Belle.
Oh
Yeah, no.
Didn't she
that's,
get yoinked?
That's like
to his
some
palace,
Stockholm
right?
syndrome shit.
Like, I think that Belle's great. I don't like the idea of like having to make a man better because or like needing. I don't think that people in relationships should have to like improve their partner before they become acceptable to deal with. Like maybe like you could improve each other, or like if there's some stuff about them, like, hey, I don't like when you steal all my blankets every single night.
Actually, that's not
not
a personal.
something- that's
You
not
know,
really
you
a whole
can
man.
get gadgets to put suspenders under the
Right.
bed
That's
to hold
hilarious.
them to your side.
That's funny,
I
but
think-
like, you know what I mean? There's a line between like dating someone who's abusive and trying to like make them better, between like regular like improvement that couples do where they try to improve each other. You know?
But I think that the fact that he wanted to, like, I don't know that she tried to change him, but he wanted to change to be with her, mostly because he was going to be doomed if he didn't. But like maybe like to her he
It's quite
was
the
putting-
ultimatum, like
Yeah.
change or die.
But like to her, she had no idea about that, right? So she just thought he was trying to better himself. So
I think that's why I appreciate the version of the Beast in the new live action Beauty and the
love that
Beast.
one, yeah.
Because like
Beastly, is that the one you're talking about?
no, Beast in Beauty and the Beast, the new live action.
Oh,
Hermione.
right, the
Yeah.
Emma Watson. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Okay, sorry.
like in
I
the
haven't seen
original animated one, like the Beast can't read,
that. Mhm.
which was always a weird concept
Yeah.
considering he was old enough he should have been able to read
And he was
when he was cursed.
royalty, like
Yeah, like
yeah.
and a man, like he should have known. Whereas in like the new live action version, like that's a plot point is he
Yeah.
likes to read and they connect over that. It's like boom.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
not just Stockholm syndrome. They actually have things in common.
Yeah.
yeah.
Like I
That makes it
appreciate
better.
that version.
Yeah, I haven't seen that version, so I can't
it's
comment
good.
on that.
It's good.
I only know like the original Disney.
Watch it.
It's good.
It'll redeem it a little for you.
the dining scene. Oh man, that was really good.
Oh yeah.
Not just because food. I mean, I like food, but like they actually did a really good job with the plates dancing around. And stuff.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, that's a whole nother
Yeah.
conversation about animation, which is always a good conversation. Okay, so, all right, I'll ask the group. One more question, or Carmen explains things?
Carmen explains things.
What about
Carmen
the quiz?
explains things. Explain something
getting
to us. Carmen. Yeah.
All right.
What?
So the Carmen explains things today is going to be Disney princess fuck, marry, kill.
Oh my god!
Oh my god, that's so good.
I love that.
So I have randomly put together 3 sets of fuck, marry, kill. We'll see if you can get through all of them in a minute.
Okay.
So keep your explanations brief.
Oh no. Okay.
Very brief. All right, I'm setting up the timer.
So basically,
You have
10
20.
seconds
You have
each.
20 seconds per fuck, marry, kill.
Okay, I'm gonna put the timer right in front of you
Okay, yeah, because it's not.
so you can see.
Yeah, it's very tiny now. It used to be so big.
I have to charge my iPad. Get over it.
Oh yeah. That's fine.
Okay, I'm gonna actually give you a minute
Yeah. Thank you.
instead of 30 seconds because that would be
Okay, here.
cruel.
Assistance. There you got it. Okay.
Oh,
You know, just put a couple extra seconds on there. Okay. Yeah.
1 minute, 1 second. Okay, you can have that. And
I don't
go.
go first. Oh shoot. Okay.
all right, Snow White, Ariel, Rapunzel. Fuck, marry, kill.
Snow White, Ariel, Rapunzel. Oh no. Okay, so Snow White probably kill because I don't like her as much. Ariel and then Rapunzel. Oh
Yeah.
dear. So I have to marry one and fuck one.
Yeah.
I probably would fuck Ariel, marry Rapunzel. I think
Same.
Rapunzel's
Yeah, me too.
Okay. All right. Second one. Fuck, marry, kill. Aurora, Jasmine, Belle.
Ooh, okay. This one I think I know. What was the first one?
Aurora.
Aurora. Okay. Aurora would be kill because I've never seen that movie.
Harsh.
Oh,
Jasmine and Belle.
Jasmine, I would marry. I think we would jive, and then Belle is super hot, so you're totally going.
Fair.
Oh my god.
Fair. All right.
she has a
All right.
tiger,
Last
Jasmine.
one.
30 seconds. Go ahead.
Cinderella, Pocahontas, Mulan. Fuck, marry, kill.
Oh no, marry Mulan. Fuck no, marry Pocahontas. No, marry Mulan. Fuck Pocahontas. Kill the other one.
So just for clarification, Carmen would kill Cinderella, fuck Pocahontas, and marry Mulan.
That was hard for you. That last one was hard.
Those were words that came out of
Really
your mouth.
like Pocahontas and Mulan. Well, it's hard because you gotta think of the personality traits and stuff, and like Pocahontas is so badass, but so is Mulan, and it's like, which one would you rather hang out with?
That's why I put those together, because I wanted to see you struggle a little.
Yeah, I was. Very, you should have given me those first. No, I would have used all my time on this.
Yeah, you would have. All right, so, Kate, now here's a question, I think, just in general. Do we think the Disney princesses are a positive thing? Like, they're usually aimed towards children, girls in particular. Do you think they're, like, a good thing in pop culture, or do you think that they're damaging?
I think they're getting better.
I was gonna say, yeah, these days, with Moana, even Elsa, and yeah, but
Yeah.
back in the day, no.
But even with the problems, we can, like, I mean, perspective is everything, right?
Yeah.
Like, if we went back to 1989 when Ariel came out, you know, was she a good princess for the time?
Oh,
Right?
yeah.
Like, you have to
Yeah,
kind of take
that's
that into
true, too.
consideration, too.
I think
Yeah.
that any film that makes Mormon moms write angry blogs is good.
Yeah,
And
honestly.
so when frickin' Frozen was released, I think it was like a thing where like it was a gay analogy where she's trapped or whatever. Like, I think that the most important thing is that kids can like get a sense of like imagination and inspiration and like someone who has positive traits that they can look up to. So like yeah, I think definitely, especially like the more recent movies are good.
Well, I think that even the first couple where it was like these ladies in hopeless situations and they had to wait for Prince Charming, that was probably like once they started having the heroines going out and doing things for themselves and like taking challenges on, I think that's because that was even way back in the day.
Well, you can definitely see the change, like, feminism had on how characters were, like, just dealing with their surroundings. Like, you know, Snow White is just there.
Very
Cinderella
passive.
is
Yeah.
trying to be proactive, but still needs the fairy godmother to help.
Yeah.
And then you get to Aurora, and it's like, you know, she's got a little bit of sense of herself. She's, like, trying, but, you know, it's not until you hit, you know, the Eisner, like, Renaissance when you
Period,
hit
yeah.
Ariel is when they actually start. Even though I think Ariel is the worst of the modern princesses because I think she's just
why?
a whiny teenager.
Oh, and she
I-
wants
she's-
dim legs.
She's a teenager.
But literally,
so,
part of your world is her just being, I have all this stuff, but
It's not enough.
I just want other stuff. And
Yeah.
I'm just like, I
Yeah.
fucking hate you.
That
I
is fair.
I've never liked Ariel, even as a kid. Never
I think
had.
like, if it was like just the Disney princesses, it might be a little bit more iffy, but because they have like all the unofficial Disney characters and Disney princesses for people to like relate to and like, you know, go on spark imaginations with and stuff, I think I don't know, I think it's a good thing overall.
Well, Disney's really, in the past, like, probably 5-10 years, really pushed the idea of princesses being a role model for kids. Like, there's a whole campaign now that they've got going on right now that's called Dream Big Princess. And it's, from what I remember, from what I've read, they're giving money to female filmmakers, like
cool.
girls and
cool.
stuff, so they can produce their own content. But I also have very hard feelings about it because they're also using this campaign to make merchandise to sell.
Right.
Yeah.
Basing it on, but it's all supposed to be very positive, you know, sayings and things that are like, you know, be a strong princess based on the different ones. But like, where is that line between being, I mean, we all understand Disney is a company. They're there to make money. But
Yeah,
like,
but still.
where's the line between like, let's be, you know, badass girls and princesses can be, and like, oh, we're literally just doing this for money.
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah.
girl power has super been like commercialized. Like it's like, why are you doing this to like actually empower girls and women, or like to look good, you know?
Well, I
Well,
think
does it? I wonder. Does it matter the intention as much as the result?
that's a fair point.
You know, I think the result matters. So
Do you think merchandise helps promote that
I
result?
think that the result of merchandise is that Disney gets more money. But I also think that maybe the result of the merchandise could be that people can like have a positive cultural influence. Do you know what I mean? Like,
I agree. I definitely do, because fashion is such a personal way to express your viewpoints on the world, right? Yeah. So if you have girls and women buying these Dream Big Princess merchandise to where, you know, they're putting that out into the universe, like, that's what I think, what I feel, what I want.
Yeah, and it's like Disney does not need more money, like for a new campaign. So maybe that's their intention for that, because it's certainly like, why would it be a cash grab? Disney's like the biggest empire on the world.
But I mean,
There can
just
always
side
be
note,
more
because
they're
they're
a
always being cash
corporation.
grabs.
They're a
Yeah.
corporation. They have stockholders. They have to make money, right?
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that's
true.
that's just part of it.
But I do like that, because even though being like a strong princess and all, like how they're, you know, more badass now, because even then little boys, it's like less like inappropriate or whatever it used to be for them to like idolize and look up to the
To the
princesses.
women,
Yeah. Because now it's like this really strong character
yeah.
going on and has development and actual personalities and stuff.
That actually leads into the last point I kind of wanted to cover is, so, you know, girls traditionally have the princesses to look to as like role models and stuff. Do boys have that in the princes? Because it's not really...
Yeah.
It's not really like, oh, these are good role models. It's literally just they're princes. They're here.
I think, like, again, maybe more in, like, the new movies, because,
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
you know how, like, Fitzsimmons, what's his name? Why did I say those words?
Fitzsimmons?
You know,
because
that
you watch
little boy-
S.H.I.E.L.D., I'm guessing?
No! You know that little boy, and he's marrying
Fitzherbert? Eugene
Finn.
Fitzherbert.
Thank you.
Flynn? There we go. We made
Flynn.
it.
Whatever.
Flynn.
Flynn. Right, Flynn.
Flynn Rider.
Flynn Rider.
Oh my god,
Flying
you were
Rider.
trying to say Flynn Rider? Oh my goodness.
Flow Rider. Anyway, so, like, even he's, like, a positive influence for men, I think, too, because, well, like, people in general, because he kind of, like, has a change in his value system, right?
Oh, yeah.
Or, like, the blonde, top from Frozen. I don't remember his name, I'm sorry.
Oh
Kristoff.
my god.
Oh,
Kristoff.
Kristoff.
God, you're disgusting. You should be ashamed of yourself.
It's a good thing we have an explicit rating. I just have to
right?
say.
Oh,
I don't know why I
Jesus
said
Christ.
those words. I'm sorry.
I mean, you're probably not wrong, but
I'm sorry.
Well, that brings up, what do you think about the fact that Disney in Frozen made a prince the villain?
Good, because men are always the villain in real life. Well, okay, like, honestly, like, maybe 89% of the time.
Well, I think it's like
true. Look at Jeff Bezos.
Well, like how they did that
true.
with Scar, how like his uncle was the bad guy, and it's like you can't always trust people.
You mean Scar was the bad guy?
What did I say?
You said Scar's uncle.
I missed him. Yeah,
Maybe
you know what I
Scar's
mean.
uncle was a bad guy,
But
too,
at the
I don't
same
know.
time, we look at all the princess stuff. The main characters are princesses. The villains are almost always female.
Mm-hmm.
And then you just have the princes just kind of
That's
like
true.
sprinkled in for
I was thinking that,
flavor.
like, because the princesses were like the damsels in distress, and then the princes were literally Prince Charming. So the girls are just supposed to wait for this guy to show up, but all the guy has to do is show up. So it was like no effort on either part was needed for your happily ever after.
Well, and like modern princesses, they're like getting their own shit done. So the prince is just like, well, I'm here.
Well,
Yeah.
that's kind of like a new thing in storytelling that we've been seeing anyway. Is kind of character development and then character flaws being the driver for like character strengths. You know what I mean? Like,
Do you think-
that's the end of my thought.
Do you think it's disparaging though to little boys to see princes being so two-dimensional and not really integral
Well,
to
I don't know if
stories?
it's disparaging because they don't know. I think it's very sad, but men in general are not encouraged to have emotional growth, which is terrible. But I really don't think that men are encouraged to have emotional growth and emotional reflection. So when they see these two-dimensional characters, that's what society wants them to be, right? Society respects men that are hyper masculine and strong and straight. You know, anyway. So seeing a two-dimensional character is reinforcing what they're already being told, kind of like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Do you think that's maybe why you really like Tiana? Because I feel like between her and Naveen, her prince, their like gender roles are more like blurred. Because she's a very aggressive, I gotta get my shit done kind of person. And he's more like, I've just always had everything handed to me. I'm just kind of like, I don't know how to cut food.
Yeah.
like,
Well, yeah, no, I liked that movie probably for a lot of, like, reasons. It was cute. Like, I really want to go to New Orleans anyway. I'd love to go. I love the jazz.
they're gonna start doing
influences.
Disney cruises out of New Orleans.
Oh my god, that would be amazing. Okay,
Right?
BFF trip. Boom! when one of us gets money, we're going.
Right.
Okay, yes. Anyway, I think that the old Disney films reinforced toxic masculinity on men and...
But what about these
like-
new ones where there isn't, like, even in, like, Moana, there wasn't really a strong, like, there was Maui, but...
But
I think
Maui's
Maui
a
was
demigod, so he
Yeah,
like they kind of put that in and it's separated.
How many of
him.
these new princesses even have princes, though?
Well, the
Like, do
newest one is, well, it would be
It would be
Flynn
Moana.
Rider.
Oh, really?
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
If we're going with a traditional prince, it would either be him or Kristoff.
Yeah, because they're
For
not really,
Frozen.
like, princes, because, like, traditionally, like, the
Technically,
two-dimensional princes...
if we're gonna go with a technical prince, it would be Flynn because he marries Rapunzel, so he is a prince.
Yeah,
That's
but I
true.
mean, like, in the two-dimensional princes, it's like they're already princes, and they're saving this girl that becomes... I guess it's kind of reversed then, hey?
Yeah, I think that's why they kind of went that direction with
Yeah.
Rapunzel because they wanted to restart a new golden age of Disney animation, and so they started with a princess movie, which is where it all started in the 90s. And they're like, but hey, we're gonna make her neurotic, and we're gonna have her love interest not be royalty. And
well, 'cause-
like they killed him at one point, like
He's just some guy. He's
Because
just a regular guy.
Like, even
Yeah.
Aladdin,
Yeah.
and Aladdin and Kristoff and Flynn Rider. That's hard to
Flida.
say. Flida.
Flida.
Yeah, it's
Flida.
all like reverse. Like the peasant man marries like the marries into royalty.
yeah,
So
it's
you're
definitely it's starting to change.
I never
But
realized
I
that.
think I would like to see, in future princess movies, if they're going to do them, like just a more well-rounded male character as well as a female character.
Yeah, we definitely need both because we
Yeah.
also want we want to encourage women to be independent, but we also want to encourage women to like fall for men who are also independent.
But we
and
also don't
great,
want to
you know?
like bash down men, right? Like we want to we want them to be, you know, happy, competent members of society,
like
so they can
people.
so they can support
allowed to,
everyone
like, be
else, right?
fully fledged people, yeah, for sure.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, I think that kind of covers all the things I wanted to kind of discuss. I think we got a good, well-rounded view of what we think of the princesses. All right, well, thanks everyone for listening. Thanks you guys for being here.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, so everyone out there who enjoyed today's episode, please rate and review. We are at Darling Dorks Podcast on Instagram. Our Gmail is darlingdorkspodcast@gmail.com. Our Facebook page is also Darling Dorks Podcast. If you have anything you would like to tell us, what you liked, what you didn't like, any ideas for shows, please let us know. We are active on everything. We would love to hear from you. We also want to thank Tech Wizard Tyler, and please go check out his YouTube channel, Fourth Wall Creations. Go check out his sitcom. It just launched and it's awesome. Is there anything you guys want to add? Anything going on with you guys you want to promote?
Promote? I guess I want to promote feminism.
I think that's a standing promotion. Good job.
Okay. I guess
Alright,
that's it
cool.
for me.
That's it. I think we're
Yeah?
good.
Okay. Well, we will see you all next time. So in the meantime, stay darling and stay wonderful, dorks. Bye.
Bye. Stay hydrated.
You always say some weird shit. Like, the little mom tip.
I love how it's only when she's sick, though.
Eat your veggies, stay hydrated.
Normally,
Urban's
it's
like,
like
let's keep on being
spiritual.
healthy.
The Darling Dorks podcast is produced by Fourth Wall Creations. Put Vanellope von Schweetz in Smash, you cowards. Music for Darling Dorks was made by Showbiz, who are releasing their debut album Illusion this upcoming spring. Thanks for listening.